Most men never realize this, but women rarely show interest the way men expect. They won't walk up and say, "Hey, I like you." Instead, they express it in quiet, almost invisible ways, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss every single one of them. The truth is, most guys do. They either assume she's just being friendly, or they overthink it until the moment passes. But once you understand how women truly behave when they're interested, dating stops feeling like a guessing game and starts making sense. Here's what most men don't know. Women are wired to protect themselves from rejection. So instead of being direct, they use subtle psychological cues to test your awareness and emotional strength. They want to know if you can notice without overreacting. That's why women are so drawn to men who stay calm, observant, and unbothered. Confidence doesn't always show up in words, it's in energy. And women can feel it before you even speak. Now, in today's dating world, men have been misled. They think attraction only shows up through big gestures, flirting, compliments, or bold moves. But genuine interest hides in the small, consistent actions. The way she leans in when you talk. The way her tone softens around you. The way she remembers details most people forget. These quiet moments reveal everything if you know how to read them. When a woman truly likes you, she'll find small reasons to be near you. She might walk by your desk, linger in a conversation, or sit close enough to feel your presence. It's not random. She's drawn in by your energy, testing how you respond without having to say a word. Psychologists call this the proximity effect. The more someone is around you, the more emotionally connected they feel. Women use it subconsciously. It lets them feel you out, slowly and safely. Here's where most men lose the moment. They get overly excited, start chasing, or try to prove themselves. But calm awareness is what pulls her closer. When you notice her presence without reacting like it's a big deal, she feels your composure. And that composure builds attraction faster than any compliment ever could. You might have seen this happen. She laughs at your jokes a little longer than necessary, finds ways into your conversations, or just happens to show up where you are. That's her quiet invitation. She's not saying it, but she's hoping you'll notice. Another subtle sign is mirroring. When a woman is emotionally drawn to you, she unconsciously matches your tone, your posture, and even your rhythm. It's not imitation, it's synchronization. Her subconscious is aligning with yours because she feels emotionally safe. This is called behavioral mirroring, and psychologists recognize it as one of the strongest signs of attraction. If you speak calmly, she'll slow her pace. If you lean in, she will too. Her body is saying, "I'm in tune with you." The mistake many men make is trying to adjust themselves to match her energy, but attraction doesn't work that way. The more grounded you stay, the more she aligns with you. When a man maintains his frame, his calm, centered energy, he becomes magnetic. She can sense that you're not performing for approval, and that's when attraction deepens naturally. Women also reveal interest through attention to detail. When she truly likes you, she remembers the things you say, the small details that even you forget. She'll recall your favorite drink, notice when your tone changes, or bring up something you mentioned weeks ago. That's not random memory, that's emotional investment. Her mind prioritizes you because you matter to her on a subconscious level. But here's what separates emotionally intelligent men from the rest: how they respond. If you act surprised, overly flattered, or start oversharing, it breaks the frame. Instead, acknowledge it calmly. Appreciate her effort without making it a big deal. That steady response communicates something powerful. It says, "I'm used to being noticed." And that quiet confidence triggers even deeper attraction. Eventually, when a woman feels emotionally safe, she starts to open up. She'll share personal stories, fears, or insecurities, not to gain pity, but because she trusts you. That's one of the clearest signs of genuine affection. Women don't get vulnerable with men they don't value. When she confides in you, her emotions are already bonding. In those moments, most men either freeze up or rush to fix everything. But the right move is simple. Listen. Be fully present. Let her talk without judgment. That calm presence shows her you can handle her emotional world. And for a woman, That's one of the most attractive traits a man can have. Then there's the playful challenge. When she teases you or disagrees just to see how you react, it's not disrespect. It's curiosity. She's testing your emotional strength. She wants to see if you can hold your ground without getting defensive or insecure. When you stay relaxed, maybe smile or respond playfully, it shows maturity. It tells her you're not easily shaken. That emotional steadiness separates men who lead from men who chase. Think about it. When she smirks and says, "Oh, so you really think you're that confident?" Most guys would start defending themselves. The grounded man simply smiles and says, "You tell me." That subtle confidence, that emotional control, makes her feel safe and intrigued at the same time. And this leads to one of the most powerful truths about attraction: self-awareness. Women can feel when a man knows himself, his strengths, his limits, his emotions. Self-awareness radiates stability. It says, "I'm in control of me." That's what women trust. Most men try to act confident, but women sense when it's fake. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't need to prove anything. A self-aware man doesn't chase validation. He knows his worth, and that makes a woman feel secure around him. From a psychological standpoint, this calm self-possession signals intelligence and emotional maturity, two traits deeply tied to long-term attraction. But here's the final truth, the one that changes everything. Women may not always say what they feel, but their actions always reveal it. Attraction isn't loud, it's subtle. It's in her tone, her effort, her consistency, the softness in her eyes when she talks to you versus everyone else. Most men miss these signs because they're too busy chasing instead of observing. When you slow down, stay aware, and learn to read what's not being said, you'll see everything differently. You'll start to recognize when her energy shifts, when she's emotionally invested, when she's silently asking you to lead. That's emotional intelligence. That's awareness. So the next time you wonder if she likes you, stop analyzing her words. Watch her behavior. Listen to her energy. Because women don't need to announce attraction, they live it. You just have to be calm enough to see it. And if you found this perspective helpful, remember, you're not just learning about women, you're mastering yourself. Because emotional control, awareness, and confidence are the foundation of attraction. This is Mind Hack Stoic, helping you understand human nature, one mindset at a time.